Some of us are trying to manifest love, this amazing love, outside of ourselves, not realizing that the key to finding true love starts with ourselves. Do you love yourself enough to be what you need in the relationship that you are searching for? Here are just a few simple hacks to help you tap in and receive the love that you're looking for. Infinite being, use your intention, love your life. If there's ever been a time when you thought that maybe your partner doesn't love you anymore, you're not alone, but you also might be speaking a different love language than your partner. Many years ago, I learned about a book by Dr. Gary Chapman, and that book was about love languages. It's a concept that he created. There are 5 love languages, that is to say, ways to give and receive love. Words of affirmation, acts of service, receiving gifts, quality time, and physical touch. These love languages were a concept created by Dr. Chapman, and you might notice yourself or your partner in these 5. Words of affirmation are all about the words that you thrive from or become broken by. If you thrive on spoken affection, the I love yous, or praise, encouragement, compliments, maybe you notice harsh words and criticism can really bother you for a long time. There's acts of service, anything that your partner does willingly, that is, to ease your workload, for example, is a sign of love to you. You feel most cared for when your partner, for example, makes you breakfast or does something out of the ordinary to surprise you, something that is helpful to you, goes and gets the thing before you even realize that you need it. On the other hand, broken promises or laziness can hurt you and make you feel unimportant. Receiving gifts, by contrast, is when you're given gifts that show that you are special. Now, they might not be moving you 1,000 miles cross country to make sure your life is better or paying all of your bills. They might be something small, like sending flowers unexpectedly or popping up when it's unexpected, bearing a small hot fudge sundae or something. This love language, however, is not necessarily materialistic. It could be as simple as receiving your favorite snack after a bad day. By contrast, not receiving anything, that is, from your partner can make you feel quite the opposite, not special. Quality time is more about having undivided attention. So that person, your partner, is really, really present. In other words, they're not scrolling. They're not looking at other people. They're giving you their undivided attention. In fact, failure to actively listen for long periods or contacting someone whose primary language is quality time can really make that person feel unloved, ignored, or like they're not a priority. Physical touch, holding hands, the kissing, hugging, maybe a back rub. These are all ways to show and receive love. So appropriate touches convey warmth and safety, while complete physical neglect can drive a wedge between you and your partner. Most of us have one or two preferred love languages. It's usually different from our partners. So if you express love in your preferred love language, the chance is that you might not really get noticed by your partner. If you express love through your preferred love language, the chances are that it might go unnoticed by your partner. So the goal is actually to either spread the love around all 5 love languages, figure out what love language your partner is, and try to communicate with them with that love language primarily. You'll notice because their cup will be full. Those of us who are people pleasers will probably already know what the love language is, or if we suffer from NPD and are manipulative, then we've likely figured it out, of course. But if you don't know and you haven't really figured it out, then consider Googling the 5 love languages website. Love languages don't have to be romantic, they can be non-romantic as well. So considering all of that is important. Years ago, I had a partner who was bilingual with the love language. He loved to do pop-ups, in terms of being on the road all the time. He would do things like, one time he actually called and said, "Oh, you should really not be in today. You should grab some food from your favorite spot and go and just enjoy the food. I will send you the money for it." And I reluctantly agreed and decided to go to that place. And I went to go put my order in, and they handed me the order already paid for. And I thought, that's odd. And I thanked them, and they smiled. And when I picked the package up for the food, I turned, and there he was with flowers and a big smile. Now that hit a couple of a couple of notes for me, because I got the gift, I got quality time, which is my main love language, and it was receiving gifts. Also, it got him a ride back to my place, but it was beautiful unfolding of someone really trying to speak my love language and include their own as well. And of course, there was that physical touch. Another love of mine was coming nearby to a nearby state and unexpectedly flew into my state and brought me a vegan meal from 2 towns over. That not only surprised me, it was giving gifts, which was actually his love language, but the coming in to spend quality time when I knew that he had an important work duty that he had to complete meant a lot to me. This was quality time, my primary love language. Some of us are trying to manifest love, this amazing love, outside of ourselves, not realizing that the key to finding true love starts with ourselves. Do you love yourself enough to be what you need in the relationship that you are searching for? The law of vibration states that we can attract anything we want by resonating at the same vibrational frequency of our desires. But many of us grasp to the outside of ourselves first, hoping to fulfill that beautiful manifestation of love with someone else instead of beginning with ourselves. What if your love language is quality time, but you consistently abandon yourself or constantly distract yourself so that you don't have to feel alone instead of tapping into who you truly are? So, one of my questions here is, how can you not only speak your partner's love language, maybe you don't have a partner, especially on this day, that can be really touch and go with people. So instead, how do you speak your own love language? Well, maybe you're thinking, okay, the exchange of energy happens during the physical touch and quality time. So maybe that looks like going outside and grounding, taking off your shoes. Maybe you're in a climate where you can't do that, so you sit in meditation for a moment. Maybe you love receiving gifts, but no one ever sent you gifts. So maybe you do a little retail therapy. I don't know. What does that look like for you? Maybe words of affirmation, and you put words on sticky notes and pop them all around the house or on the mirror, bathroom mirror at your home to remind you how amazing you really are. What is that act of service that you can do for yourself? Maybe it's a week of meals that are already cooked for you through a food service or something. I don't know. But I would love to hear how you are speaking to your own self and fulfilling your own self using your love language or primary love language. Let me know if this resonates for you, and if you would like to send this to someone you know could use this, especially on this day or at this time. Take care. Smooches. Thanks for watching, Infinite Beings. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And until next time, smooches.